Okay, so in today's session, we are going to start about the concept called Docker volumes. Make the heading as Docker volumes. So what is the name of the concept? Docker volume. Like before going for the concept called Docker volume, I would like to understand what do you know about the volume? Like what do you understand with the meaning volume? Volume. Repository. Okay, then volume is a repository. Okay, then still folder storage. Then so basically, volume indicates storage wherever it can be. Whenever we are creating an EC2 instance, we are going to attach EBS volume, right? Volume is to store the data. Like what is the size of volume basically? 8 GB, correct or not? Like that. So in container as well, if you want to store the data, we need to have some disks, right? So this is what you call as volume. So if you want to store some data inside the container, we are going to use the concept called volumes concept. Which concept? So I'm gonna select all. So I'll do one thing. Basically, when we are installing the Docker, we are installing the Docker after EC2 creation, right? But it means we can write a script /exclamatory /bin/bash. First of all, go to root user sudo -a. What is the command to install Docker? Then next, systemctl start. That's enough. So there is a concept called user data where you can run some script. Here currently I'm running a script. First of all, I'll go to root user, then I'll install Docker, then I'll start the Docker. So it is going to perform automatically when my instance is ready. So listen here, like how it is going to do now. What's the name of the concept? Volumes. In Docker, so this is the simple glimpse of volume. I'll explain the content now. In Docker, we use volumes to store the data. Why we are using volumes? Volume is nothing but a folder. Simply like volume is whenever you create a container, inside container, if you want to store the data, in that case, we are going to use the concept called volumes. What we are going to use? Volumes. This volume is nothing but a folder. Generally, we create folder, right? It is also a folder. We can share volume from one container to another container. For example, like let me open the paint for detailed explanation. Paint, paint. Let me give this. For example, it is container 1. This is what? Container 1. Inside container 1, I have volume 1, sir. Let me say it is my container 1. Inside container, I have what? Volume 1. Inside this volume, let's assume I have 10 files. How many files? This volume directly I can be able to share to my container 2. This volume I can directly able to share my. Oh, 1 second. Whatever the volume you are seeing, this volume I can be able to share from my container 1 to container 2. Let me rename this to container 2. Okay. Sir, here volume is inside container 1. What is the name of the volume? Volume 1 only. Name of the volume is? Whatever the volume is inside container 1, I can share it to container 2. In container 1, I have 10 files. Container 2 is also getting the 10 files or not, sir? Again, if I go to container 2 and if I add 10 new files, it is going to replicate to container 1. Sir, how it is going to replicate? My question. Inside container 1, I create 10 files. Inside volume 1. This volume I share to which container? Container. So this container 2 is having, again, these 10 files or not, sir? Same volume. Now, if I go to container 2, inside volume, I create 10 more files. Now, how many files on container 2? So these 20 files are also going to replicate to container 1. How it is going to work? How it is going to work? Just observe the diagram, you'll get the answer. Huh? Exactly. Volume is same. Even if it is container 2 or container 1, volume is same, right? That's it. So this is what you can call it as decoupling. What we can call it as? Like decoupling is some separate concept. I'll tell you, wait. I said already, same volume we can attach to multiple containers, sir. Same volume we can be able to attach to. Oh, 1 second. So this again, this volume 1. Again, this volume 1, I can able to attach to my container 3 as well. What I can able to attach here? Container 3. Let me write here. Container. Is it clear for you now? Single volume can be attached to multiple containers. Single volume can be attached to, but at a time, we can attach one volume to one container. For example, I have one volume. I can attach to 10 containers, but I can't attach all at a single time. One by one only I can be able to. Clear? That's it. And one more thing is, volumes are decoupled. Volumes are. What is the meaning of decouple? What is the meaning of that? I'm asking what is the meaning of loosely attached. You are telling loosely attached. Eh? What is the meaning of couple? Together. Decouple means separate. If you delete the container, volume will not delete. That means, are they attached tightly? That is what you can call as decouple. So, here I am writing, if we delete the container, volume will not be deleted. Volume will not be. Is the point clear for you? Fine. So this is about the container. In a single nutshell, what is the purpose of using container? To store the data inside container. So can we attach single volume to multiple containers? But at a time, how many volumes we can attach? If I delete a container, is volume going to be deleted? Why? It's decoupled. That's it. So now how to attach a volume means like it is simple process. Guys, volume is a single concept. But there are 4 methods to teach the volume. How many methods? But one method is enough for real time. How many methods you want to learn? How many you want? 4, sure. If I teach multiple methods, you'll get confused now. Eh? No problem, huh? So take 1 minute and tell me your answer. Think. You want all the methods or you want only 1 or 2 methods? Then if I teach all methods, it might be confusing for you, right? Eh? Simple and automated means like only 1 method is enough. 1 method I can finish on 5 minutes. What, man? What happened? The craziest tone I have ever heard till now. Fine. So write method number 1. Even if you confuse, I won't leave you. I'll teach all the methods. Why? Because giving knowledge is my job. Taking the knowledge is your choice. So it depends. If you want to take, you can take, or otherwise it's up to you. So method number used by using Dockerfile, sir. What it is? With the help of Dockerfile, we can create volume. How to create Dockerfile with the help of volume is simple. First of all, here let's create our EC2 instance. Already it is done. So go to CD desktop and then keep pair. So recently, like our mentors gone to interview, you know, there are 4 positions left actually. The count they got for the interviews are 300. How much? That's the competition. Like that's the competition we have on the market currently. Not only for DevOps, for every job, even for BPO also, for 10,000 rupees job. I heard from my friend. Like friend is like one of my cousin actually. He went for the BPO job. The salary was 10,000. How much? The number of attendees for the interviews are exactly 247. And you know how many positions left? Only 5 positions. It doesn't matter like which job it is. Competition is too tough in these days. Yeah, sorry. When interviews are there, but there is no skilled persons. Yeah, we have currently today also our mentors going to interview. DevOps interview, you know that? Venkat and Shemshuddin are like they are on interview. After the interview is done, like I'm gonna interact with you. Why? Because they faced the interview, right? So they are going to tell what kind of questions they have faced. It might be useful for all of you. They are freshers only, man. Huh? They're freshers only. Shemshuddin is 2023 passed out. Venkat is 2020. If you are 2020 as well, don't worry. Still, you can have the chance of a fresher. Why? Because it's 4th interview for Venkat. Actually, he got one job, but the offer letter is not released yet. So he's waiting for it. And even for Shemshuddin as well. Docker -- version. Sir, is Docker installed or not, sir, already? How I have installed? by using script called user data. You can also do it. Okay. So now like here, what I'm going to do is directly create the Docker file. VM Docker file. What is the first component? From I'm taking Ubuntu. I want to create a volume. Just to give the volume one. What I'm giving? That's it. Done. Now I have the Docker file. I want to build the Docker file. Tell me the command. Docker build -t. I am giving Swiggy v1. What I am giving? Or Netflix v1, whatever it can be. Lastly, dot represents. Why we need to give only current directory? Docker file is on current directory only. Correct or not, sir? That's it. So now if you go and see Docker images, where is your volume now? Inside Netflix image or not, sir? Inside Netflix image, I create the volume. What I create? Now with the help of the volume, I'm going to create the container. What I'm going to create here? Now tell me the command to create a container from the volume. Docker run. IT means interactive terminal. Next name. Container one image. Are you seeing volume one here at the bottom of the volume one came or not, sir? Go inside volume one. Go inside volume one and create 10 files. How many files? Touch file 1.10. How many files I created? If you want to insert the content, you can insert the content as well. Here by default, it won't have VIM in Ubuntu. So what you can do, just put sudo. It is also not going to work. Why? Because we need to install VIM editor here. What we need to install? apt install VIM hyphen. Is it going to work or not, sir? Not. Why? Because you need to update. In Ubuntu, what is the first thing you want to do? I already said or not, sir? Then why you forgot, sir? Why you forgot? Lack of practice. Correct, right? Fine, mistakes will happen. Like I just want to insert some content. Like you don't know how to insert content, right? In Ubuntu by default, you don't have VIM editor. So that point you need to understand. VIM file one. So here I am telling hi all. This is my file one from container one. Now come after the container. Control PQ. Can I give it, sir? Now if I give Docker ps-a. Currently my volume is inside container one or not, sir? Where is my volume? I want to share the volume from container 1 to container 2. I want to share the volume from container 1 to container 1. I have volume 1. I have 10 files. Now I want to share it to container 2. Command is very, very easy. First of all, if we want to share the volume from container 1 to container 2, we need to have container 2 or not, sir? Tell me the process. Tell me the process to create the container 2. But before that, like cd volume 1. Just give touch file 1.10. It is enough. Control PQ. Everything I'm writing here without confusion, and like writing the content is up to your choice. If I want to share the volume from container 1 to container 2, first of all, what I need to have container 2. Correct or not, sir? You know the command to create container 2. Correct or not? Tell me the command then. Docker. Use Ubuntu. Why? Because if you use Netflix, inside Netflix, you already have the volume. I want to share the volume, right? If I use Netflix image, I'll get the volume directly. Correct or not? That's it. Is the container to command clear for all of you? Now in the middle, you are sharing volumes from which container? Container hyphen volumes from, I am sharing from container. Clear, sir? You are sharing volume from which container? Container 1. I put hyphen volume from container 1. And we need to give permissions. Hyphen privileged is equal to true. 1 second. Hyphen hyphen. Privileged is equal to what? True. Clear now? Just create the container 2, but in the middle of container 2, you want to tell you are taking volume from container 1 and you are giving permission. Privileged is equal to. Now, if you run this command directly, you are going to insert container 2. Are you seeing volume 1 in container 2? CD volume 1. Seeing files or not, sir? Cat file 1. Content seeing or not? Basically, this file I put on container 1 volume 1. Have I migrate the data from container 1 to container 2 or not, sir? This is how you can create the Docker volumes. This is how we can create the. Is the concept clear for all of you know? That's it. It is your method number 1. First of all, you need to create what? From Ubuntu and give the volume. So next you build the image, you create the container. Inside container, you go to volume, you create some files and you exit. After that, you ran the command of creating container 2, but in the middle, you write hyphen hyphen volume from you are taking from which container? Hyphen hyphen privileged is equal to true means permissions I am giving. Is the method number 1 clear for all of you? Everyone. What about you online? Is the method number clear for everyone? Can you please confirm me on chat once? Okay. Yeah, seems everyone is clear with it. Thank you. Fine. So now in method number 2, I'm going to teach you how to create volume from CLI. How to create volume from? Very easy. Too easy. So come out of the container, control PQ. I want to create a volume called volume 2. What is my name of the volume? Inside container 3. So how to do it means, first of all, you need to write the command to create container 3. Tell me the command, sir. Correct? Now here just to go and give hyphen V. Hyphen V means volume. What is hyphen V? What is the name of the volume you want to create? Volume 2. That's it, sir. Done. What I gave there, just hyphen V. Hyphen V for what is the name of the volume? Are you seeing volume 2 now? Go inside volume 2. Now again create one more files. That's Java files I'm creating. 1.10 files. How many files? Come out of the container. Control. Now volume T is on which container, sir? Volume 2 is on which container? Container 3. The command is easy or not, sir? Again go to CD volume 2. Touch Java 1.10. Now we again give control PQ. Now how to share the volume to container 4? You know the command, how to share volume from one container to another container. First of all, tell me the base command of container creation. Docker. Container 4. It is the base command. Now come back and you are sharing volume from which container? Container 3. Tell me the syntax. Hyphen volumes from container. Clear, sir? I want to give permission means wait. Clear now? Same command. Command is not changing. Method is changing. Oh, one second. Here image name is missing. Wait. Basically here I want to give volume. Fine. Ubuntu is the image. Here in the name, I missed the container name, new container name, container 4. Fine. Done, sir, now? Currently, we are on which container? You copied the volume from which container? What is the volume of container 3? Volume 2. In volume 2, which files you created? Seeing or not, sir? This is the way how it is going to work. And again, if you create some new files here, it is going to replicate there. Why? Because same volume, right? That's it. It is the method number 2. Guys, remember, command is not going to change. Command will be same. What is going to change here? Method to method. Clear now? That's it. So point to point I am giving for your practice. It is going to make you more easy in your work. So method number 1, Dockerfile is done. Method number 2, CLI is done. But in real time, CLI we use for only few occasions. Majority of the cases we are going to use Dockerfile. Majority of the cases. But CLI we are going to use on few occasions. Clear? Fine. So is the method number 1 and method number 2 clear for all of you? What is method number 1? Dockerfile. What is method number 2? Now I'm going to teach you method number 3. Volume mounting. What is method number 3? So before going to method number 3, 1 and 2 are comfortable for all of you? Sure? Huh? Can I ask a question? Yes or not? Who are comfortable with volumes? Raise your hand. Raise. 1, 2, 3. Then if I ask you, is it clear? All of you said yes, right? Then are you lying? Okay, fine. So Delhi, okay. So if you want to pick a specific volume from a container, how you do it? Since Docker container can have multiple volumes, I'm going to tell you, wait. There is a concept followed by it, I'll tell you. And again, Satya, volumes, can we create more than one volume in container? Definitely you can create, Satya. So in volume mounting, what we can do, you know, till now you create the volumes inside the container. Correct or not? But this time volume I create outside of the container and I'm going to attach to the container. First of all, I'll create volume. Then I'll attach the volume to my container. So how to create the volume manually means there is a command for it. First of all, you need to learn the volume commands. The command to create a volume means Docker volume create Raham. What is the name of the volume here? Or you can put volume 3. Better to understand. Volume. Directly if you paste this command, it is going to create volume 3. Pressing volume 3 is created now. If I want to list the volume, Docker volume ls. It is the volume 1. It is the volume 2. It is the volume 3. Correct or not, sir? Sir, like you create the volume, you can attach to container. But before attaching the volume to container, I want to put some content. What I want to put here? How to insert the content into the volume. That is the concept here. The command is very easy. Give the command Docker volume inspect command. Which command? Inspect means getting the complete information. Are you seeing the mount path here? Mount path means you can put the content inside the volume in this folder. Okay. Go to this folder and give touch Python 1.10. How many files you created? In this path, you are going to put the volumes. Sorry, you are going to put the content. First of all, what is the command to create volume? Docker volume create volume 3. If I want to list the volumes, Docker volume. If I want to inspect the volume, Docker volume. Inspect means what? Getting the complete information. Here if you see, This volume is created on this so and so time. Currently, the driver is local. For volume, mount point means this. Mount point means it is the place where you can store the content of volume, sir. Clear now? Next, what is the name of the volume? Information you are getting or not? Now I go into this path. I go into that specific path. And touch Python 1.10. Sir, currently how many files I have on my volume? 10 files. This volume I am going to attach to the container. Let's create the container number 5 now. What we are going to create? Tell me the command to create container number 5. Correct or not? So now put here hyphen mount. Hyphen. You are mounting the volume. You are mounting the volume. What is your name of the volume? Volume 3. And give destination. Inside my container also, I want the name as volume 3. Inside the container as well. Clear now? I am mounting the volume. Where you are taking the volume means from the volume 3 inside my local destination. Inside my container as well, I want the name as volume 3 as well. Of course, if you want to give ABC also fine. That's up to your choice. Hit enter now. See what will happen. What it is telling? Flag target is required. Just give comma here. I'm just putting the comma and hit enter. What is telling, sir? Invalid flag. Instead of destination, just put dest. Am I getting now? Why? Because there is one small thing you need to understand. Here, whenever I give this one, just remove the space now. Have I removed the space now? Is it done now? It is the smallest mistake you are going to do on practice. Whenever you give some space now, by default, like we use spaces. So whenever you give space for the mounting, it is not going to attach, sir. But after I remove the space, is it removed or not, sir? Are you seeing volume 3? CD volume 3. How many files I'll see? 10 files of what? Seeing or not? This is what you can call as mounting the volumes. What we can call it as? Mounting the volume means volume I create on my local, I can attach to any container. Clear or not, sir? That's it. Control PQ, it is the command. Can you do it one more time? But this time I won't tell you. You need to tell me. Sure? First of all, I want to create a volume from CLI. Tell me the command. 1 second. Docker volume create. Now I create the volume. I want to list the volume. Do I have volume for? I want to insert the content. Docker volume. Why? Because if you give inspect, it is going to show the path or not, sir? You need to insert the content on which path? Bar lib something. Go to this path and create PHP files. Touch PHP 1. Now inside the volume you have content or not? Inside the volume what I have now? I want to attach this volume to my container. So what is the command now? I want to attach to container number 6. First of all, you need to write the container number 6. Why? Because guys, if I tell the direct command for you, you are going to confuse. For that purpose, first of all, I am teaching you the base. What is the base here? Container creation is the basic command. You are comfortable with basic command. Then in the middle, I attach the tag. It is going to be very easy for you. Clear now? Tell me the base command of creating volume 6. Yeah. Come back. Then I am mounting the volume hyphen hyphen. One second. First of all, here we haven't given the name Ubuntu. This one is missed. Yeah. Then give hyphen hyphen mount. What is my volume name? And comma is equal to seeing volume for sir. Oh, sorry, CD volume for. You're seeing which files now? PHP files you are seeing or not? This is the way how I am going to work. And again, if I create some other files here, it is going to replicate to my local. Can we check it? Touch PHP 1 dot dot, sorry, 1 dot not 10, 11 dot dot 20. How many files you are seeing now? Come out of the container. Is it the path of my volume or not, sir? Locally also replicating. What is replicating? Replicating to local or not? So this is the way how the volumes is going to work. So three methods: Dockerfile, CLI, volume mount. I taught you three methods. Whichever you are comfortable, take it and practice. Which method is comfortable? If you tell me second one is not a regularly implemented method. Third one is regularly implemented. If you ask me, third one is better way and regularly implemented method. What is the advantage, you know? Sir, for example, I'll teach you one more method. Currently in local, I have some content. Touch Raham files. How many files I have? How many files I have? Sir, these 10 files of Raham is on my local. I want to send these files to container 4. I mean like volume 4. Or like container 6. Container 6 is nothing but inside container 6, what volume we have? I'll tell you how to list the volumes and content as well. Don't worry about it. For example, I want to attach this content to the container 6. First of all, if I want to attach them to container 6, I want to check which volume is attached to container 6 or not, sir. Then Docker inspect. I want to attach to which container? Container. Docker inspect container 6 means definitely it is going to give the complete information. Correct or not, sir? Now search for the volume, or you can use grep command as well. Tell me where is your volume now? Which volume is attached? 4 volume. Which volume? Now what you are going to do? Docker volume inspect volume 4. Seeing the path or not, sir? Now what you are going to do, you know? Copy star. Copy means I am copying all the files to that particular path. I am copying all the files to. Now all the files copied to that particular path or not, sir? That means now files are inside the volume. Files are inside the, but volume is inside the. Directly container will get the files or not, sir? Can we check it? What is the container name? Docker attach container. Currently we are on volume 4. Are you seeing Raham files? Very easy method. You got the logic what I said? What's the logic here I said? First of all, my intention is I want to send the files from my local to container. For that purpose, volume is the medium. I create files, I send it to volume. From the volume, data is directly attaching to the. This is how it is going to work. So here I am writing method number 4. Attaching, sorry, like moving files from local to container. First of all, what I said, create a container and attach a volume for it. First method, I use inspect command. Which command? If I use Docker inspect container 6, it is going to give the container 6 information or not, sir? So then I got to know container 6 is having volume 4 attached for it. What is attached? Now volume 4 is having path or not, sir? What I have done, CP start to this. That's it. My work is done. But before that, you need to create some files. Okay. Touch Raham one dot dot. How many steps we performed here? Only 4 steps. Correct or not? This is the method how we can send the files from local to. Is the method number 4 clear for all of you? What about you online? Is the method number 4 clear for everyone? I would like to get response from all of you. So now tell me how the volume concept is. Easy or difficult? Are you able to understand the volumes concept? But again, sir, we can do it on one more method as well. We can do it on. Do you want it or is it enough for today? Sure? Huh? Sure. Then I'll tell you. Fine. Sir, currently you are having files on your local. Where you are having? What I done, these files I copied to volume and from volume to container. But we can do it on one more method. That's like this. I'll tell. Docker run container 8, 7. Okay. Here I am telling -v. Hyphen. Currently, where is my files inside root folder or not, sir? Put /root is equal to. I want to copy all of these files to a volume called ABC volume. Which volume? Now what is going to do? -v for volume. Whatever the content inside my root folder, it is going to copy to ABC folder inside container number 7. Simplest meaning. Are you seeing ABC here? Sorry. Here the ABC name got wrong here. Are you seeing root is equal to colon? The name got wrong here. Okay, fine. Root. Are you seeing ABC here? CD ABC. Seeing any files here? No. Why no, sir? Because there is some wrong format here. I'll tell you. Come out of it. To see the command, basically, here it is giving -v. -v for volume actually. What is -v for? Volume. Like currently my data is inside root folder. Which folder? So this root folder is having some data, and this data I'm going to move to ABC folder. So just remove / here. What I'm removing? And I need to replace container 7 with container. Clear now? Hit enter. Are you seeing root is equal to ABC again? Sir, root is equal to ABC means it is not taking as a folder. Basically, we need to get ABC only. What we need to get? But here, whenever I'm trying to give the command, it is not giving me the accurate output. Why it is not giving? Can anyone tell me like what is mistake here? What is the mistake here? /ABC. Okay. ABC like that. That is my choice. I can give whatever I want. But directly give ABC, what is going to happen? ABC volume is going to create. But I want to copy the content from my current folder to ABC, right? You want me to go to /ABC? Yeah? Okay, fine. Container 7 is already there. Container 8. Oh, 1 second. Let me give 9. Are you seeing ABC? CD ABC. Are you seeing files now? We need to mention source, right, where we are taking it. I'll tell one simple method for it, but before that, first of all, currently where your files on? Huh? In your local, correct or not? I am moving or I am copying all the files to home EC2 user. I am copying the files. Now go to home EC2 user. Are you seeing all the files, sir? First of all, I copied the files. What I have done? Now use the same command what I used previously. Container 10 I am using. -v for currently where is my volume inside home? EC2 inside of my container. I want to copy them with the name called ABCD. What is the name of the volume? Are you seeing anywhere here ABCD now? Try to check. Why you are not able to see, sir? Because I'm on container only. What is a small mistake here we are repeating again and again? Slash is definitely mandatory. If you don't give slash, it is not going to work. Space not. Source n. No. That is mounting concept. But this is copying the content from local volume. Let me do one thing. Let me remove like -v here. I'm removing what here? F1 volume I'm putting. Are you seeing anything here? ABCD. No. Then what we want to do here? There is only one small mistake like we are repeating again and again. Okay. I'll show you something. Try to rectify from this. Of course, like I can tell this directly, but I want you to understand what is the mistake here it is happening. Let me go to the Docker concept. Yeah. Here in the volume, if you go and see, mounting is there. I think for them, I haven't taught this concept. Huh? For this previous batch, there is no concept for this, but okay, like, let me open the content better. Give me a second. You are copying files from where? Your host. Where I am copying from? Already we have seen the method number 1 to copy the files from host to container. So it is method number 2 how we are going to copy the files from host to the container. So if I go to Docker, here I'll show you it. So volumes concept, yeah. Here it is. To Swama. If you go here, see, we are using -v. Home EC2 is also there. And here what we need to give? Colon. But what we have given here? Is equal to. Remove this one. Clear? 1 second. And here just to give -v or -f volume is also enough. And container 12 I'm giving. What I'm giving? Is it going to work now? Slash on where? Inside? 1 second. It is not working. Let me move this. Yeah. So here, whenever you are specifying a volume, we need to give the slash. Without slash, the volume is not going to acceptable, sir. Are you seeing ABCD then? cd abcd. Got the files now? Entire command is correct. What is the smallest mistake there? Colon. Sorry, someone said something. Okay, fine. So this is the way how we can copy the files from local to the container. Already we have seen. Method number 1 I have shown you. Copy the files to the path of the volume. Second one is without copying the files from path of the local to path of the volume, directly we can create the volume inside the container. It is your method number 2. So this is it, sir. Is the concept clear for all of you now? It is method number 5. So, but before that, create some files on your local. Copy star to home ec2 hyphen user. So if you run this command, it is going to work properly now. So the only thing is here, colon is missing. What is missing? Instead of colon, if you put is equal to, it is not going to work. Correct or not, sir? That's it. Is the concept clear now? Volume is only one concept, but how many methods I have taught you? Initially I said only 3 methods, right? But this is the method. Which method you are comfortable, you can practice all of them, sir. This is what you can call as subject depth. One method is enough. If I tell you one method and if I tell Docker volume is done, you are going to believe that, okay, volume is done, I know the volume. It's not like that. Okay. When you go to the roots of subject, you are going to get how depth the real-time work is. I taught you how many ways? 5 ways. But in real time, we use only one method to work on it, sir. But why I taught all of you is for your knowledge purpose. Which purpose? If you want the only real-time work, we can finish our course even more. Why? Because we don't need to explain this many examples, right? In real time, are we going to transfer the files in all 5 methods? One method is enough. Forget about the real time. First of all, your knowledge is very, very important. Then rather than real time work, if you have the knowledge, you can able to implement on real time itself. So now, is the volume clear for everyone? Volumes concept. Fine. Now I'm going to teach you about some system commands. Which command? System commands. What is a system command, you know? Sir, currently how many volumes you have? 4 volumes. You can list the volumes, but I want to list all the containers. I want to list all the volumes. I want to list all the networks and everything I want to list. There is a command called Docker system. Which command? Oh, sorry. Docker system df is the command. How many number of containers you have? Images you have 2. What is size of the image? 77. How many containers you are having? Active containers, sir? What is size of containers? 103.5 MB. How many locals you are having, sir? 9 volumes. So what is size of the total volumes here? So this system command is going to print the resource utilization. How much these volumes and containers are utilizing by hardware. Okay. It is a command number 1. To show Docker components resource utilization. That's it. If you want some more information, sir, currently you are telling that total 12 containers are consuming 103 MB. But I want to see which container is consuming how much of MB. In that case, just to put -v. We put -v. Netflix image is consuming how much of memory, sir? At which time it is created? And this image is attached for how many containers? 1 container. And Ubuntu is attached for? And container 1 is there. What is size of the container 1? 0 MB. Size of container 2 is? I mean, like container 12 and container 11. What is size of container 1, sir? And you have the volume information as well. For example, it is my volume 1. Is volume 1 is linking for how many containers? 1 container. We have 0 bytes. Volume 4 is linking for how many containers? What is size here? So like this, we are seeing the complete information or not, sir? By using which command? Docker system df-v. show Docker component resource utilization individually. Clear now? I'll create some more containers and some more volumes. Docker volume, create volume 5. What I'm creating? And volume 6. If I give Docker system df-v, volume 5 and volume 6 just now I created. How many containers are attached for it? Because there is no attachment, right? So in this way, we can work with the Docker system command. Which command? And there is one more command called prune command. Which command? Prune command means I'll download a image from Docker Hub that I'm not going to use. Docker pull CentOS. Which image? CentOS is the operating system flavor, actual Linux operating system flavor. And I'm pulling one more image called Amazon Linux. Which image? Currently, this CentOS and Amazon Linux is attached for any container? No, right? In real time, what going to happen? Some images you create, but you are not going to attach with any containers. Do we have any use of it? Can we delete them? But you don't know which image is not attached for the containers. In that case, we can use the command Docker system prune command. Which command? Docker system prune means it is going to remove all the unused Docker components. It is telling that it is going to remove all the stopped containers. It is going to remove all the networks. Basically, we don't have network as of now, but I'll create later. It is going to remove all the dangling images. Dangling images means if I create an image version 1, same image I'll create version 2. Same image I'll create version 3. Version 1, version 2 is going to be dangling image. Which image? Why? Because you are rated version, right? So 2 and 1 is going to remove. Just if we give Y, there is nothing removed. Why? Because containers are in running state or not, sir? Can we stop the containers and can we check? Tell me the command. Docker kill or stop $ps-a-q -a-q. -a-q means list. Now if I give Docker prune command, is it going to remove all the stopped containers or not, sir? Apart from that, let's create a network. It is very easy. Docker create network Raham. Oh, sorry, 1 second. Docker network create. Basically not create network, Docker network create. Raham 1 and Raham 2. I create 3 networks. How many networks? These 3 networks are not attached for any containers. Correct or not, sir? So then what I'm going to do is, if I give the Docker prune command now, it is going to remove all the stopped containers, all the networks which is not used. Just to give yes. Remove them or not, sir? In real time, we are going to work like this. We are not going to remove any individual component one by one, sir. If you remove one by one, punyakalam purte potundi manaki. Because like we are having lot of images and networks, right? This is how you are going to work on real time. Which command we are using? Docker system prune command. Which command? You can't. Of course, images we can restore, containers also we can restore. We have a method for it. If you know how to create image, then it is fine. I'll tell you later, don't worry. To remove unused Docker components. Clear, sir? There is a one more command called Docker system events. Docker system event means it is going to tell like which events happen exactly. Okay, but we don't want it. So this is how the Docker volumes is going to work on real time. Now is the Docker volume command clear for all of you? Docker volume commands and like Docker system commands. You got the clarity? That's it. So now I'll do one thing. I'll tell exact meaning of Docker image now. Sir, Docker image is nothing but which is having operating system and packages or not, sir? For example, let's consider we are having the Jenkins server. First of all, what you've done, you create the server, you install the packages, right? But in Docker, we are not going to do. If you run the single command, your Jenkins server is going to set automatically. How many commands you are going to run? I'll tell me the command to create a container. Docker run. Ubuntu. But basically, I want to create Jenkins container. That means I want to install Jenkins. Basically, I want to install Jenkins. Why? Because Jenkins is already installed on the image. Jenkins already installed on the. I am going to use the image now. So image is Jenkins slash Jenkins colon LTS. It is the name of the image. Okay. But if you want to access the Jenkins, we need to give the port number or not, sir? Port number 8080. Hit enter. Automatically Jenkins is going to set up. I'll not do anything. First of all, Jenkins is not on our local. Is it pulling the Jenkins image or not, sir? Now, directly open your browser. Copy the public IP address of your server. What is the port number, sir? Your Jenkins is there now. Seeing your Jenkins now? Sir, to set up this one on our Jenkins, how hard you worked, sir? Correct or not? But it is done with the help of one command now. How many commands you performed? Now, here it is going to download the plugins in the backend. Are you seeing this initial admin password? It is the password, initial admin password. Copy this password. Give it here. Now, entire plugins and everything is going to download manually. Don't save. Is it working same or not? Are you seeing any difference there? Nothing difference. Everything is common. Are you seeing plugins downloading locally? That is the command to set up the Jenkins with the help of Docker. Jenkins setup. That only single command that's running. So now tell me, is Docker a very good concept or not, sir? How automation we are doing? I said right in the initial days of our classes, DevOps is going to be very, very interesting. But after Git and Maven, these two are very boring tools. But after that, Jenkins we have seen. How the Jenkins is for you? Next, Ansible. Wonderful. Next, Docker. Slowly it is going to come. So in Monday's concept, like I'm gonna tell you one more thing as well. Like this is two craziest thing actually. Okay, but before that, like in today's session, I would like to cover one more concept called deployment. Like how you are going to do deployment with the help of Docker. A small concept only. This we can cover today or like on your Monday's class. You don't want to listen 1 hour, 1.5 hour class, right? Fine. Again, it depends upon if you want to listen, I'll teach, or otherwise it's okay. I cannot make you force, right? Sit here and listen, sit here and listen. Why? Because the student capability of listening is only 40 to 50 minutes maximum, if you ask me. After that, nobody can able to concentrate. Of course, I can teach continuously for 10 hours as well. But it doesn't matter how much time I have taught you. The matter is how you are able to listen. So I think this is enough for today. Sorry? How to? Already we discussed, right? In Jenkins topic, I said how to change port number. Directly in P-P you are giving, right? You can give whatever port number you want. That's what, if I tell the deployment, you will get some idea about it. But you want me to tell tomorrow, right? But don't worry, like I'll tell on tomorrow. Tomorrow means on Monday. Sir, I'm not able to open my notes properly. What should I do? Like I'm using GitHub, right, Priyanka? So from GitHub directly you can get the notes. GitHub, what is your batch? 17, huh? Docker. And online guys, the people who attended offer initially, please come to the classes from Monday. Okay, why? Because it's been almost all 1 week that you have gone to festival, right? Last weekend they might go to festival. Still they haven't returned. Online, like you can ask your doubts and queries. Sir, if you see, are you seeing your username, password, setup, everything is same or not, sir? So from next time, whenever you want to practice Jenkins, don't set up. Use this direct single command. Okay. Are you seeing the same dashboard or not, sir? Or any different dashboard? Same as it is. Clear now? So this is the difference between monolithic and microservice. In monolithic, you will use code. In microservice, you are using images. That's it. It's like the difference between Nokia and iPhone. Monolithic is like Nokia, right? And microservice is very iPhone. Everything is automated. Like just to give control PQ to exit from the container and give the history here. Done. Git only. Documents I have given on your Google Classroom. Please check there. Okay. Sir, in real time, which method we are going to work, sir? So Dockerfile and mounting. We are going to work on those both methods, Suresh. So Priyanka, you can get the link from here. That like already this link I give multiple times. I think so. But take it from here. Now online, any doubts or queries? But before like how the class for today? Can you please confirm in chat once? Would like to get response from all of you online guys. Okay, then so seems everyone is good with today's session. Okay, so offline, what about you? Is session clear for all of you now? Any doubts or any queries or any confusions? Everything is clear. Okay, then so let's meet on your